Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Dose. And working through some of the verses and passages of Scripture, about 55 passages, verses, so to speak, around this restorative process that I've been a part of and continuing in. And so just wanted to work through some of the content of what God has been saying to me. And so today we're going to conclude this theme of growth. We're in this pocket around some scriptures with growth. And the final scripture that I landed on when I was really listening to God and trying to understand, Adam, what does it mean to grow from this point, from this mess forward? How do I grow? And a familiar passage to maybe many of you. And if you don't know the passage, it's a beautiful scripture. Actually, Jesus said the scripture, and here's the context. Jesus was asked by an attorney, if you will, a lawyer, what's the greatest command? And here's what he said in Mark chapter 12, verse 30. He said, love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your mind and with all of your strength. So one of the things I would do as I would read Mark 12:30 was simply go over the four things. God, I want to love you with all of my heart. I want to love you with all of my soul, with all of my mind, with all of my strength. So I would just say heart, soul, mind, strength. Heart, soul, mind, strength. Heart, soul, mind, strength. And I'd begin to visualize that. Like, what does it mean to love God with my heart? And what about my soul, the deepest part? And in my mind, how can I love in my thought life? How can I love you, Lord? How can I not be angry? How can I love you with my strength today? With my physical energy, so that I'm not just, everything is taken out of me. But no, God, I'm going to love you to the best of my ability. I mean, I had to recognize that there was a difficult season there, but I wanted to focus on my growth by loving God. So here's what I want to leave you with today. It's a question. How are you loving the Lord? What's that look like for you? I mean, a couple options that come to my mind. Are you loving him based on what you once knew about him? Do you kind of have like a Sunday school faith, or maybe a conversion faith? Or do you have like a right now kind of faith? Like, Lord, I want to love you today, right now, with all of my heart and all my soul and all my mind and all my strength. Is it a today kind of faith in this moment? I think another option for us to love the Lord is out of a head knowledge. Oh, I know Mark. Yeah. Love God, love people. Yep, I know Mark 12:30. Yeah, Jesus said, oh, actually, did you know as a part of the law in the Old Testament, that's actually called the Shema. And you can like impress people with your knowledge about God, but do you love God? Like you personally, is it grounded in a relational kind of intimacy with the Lord? And you're like, man, Adam, that sounds like a lot different. You know what, friends? It is different. It requires a lot of energy, and it requires a lot of focus and intentionality. So my question to you today is, how are you loving the Lord? Here's the good news. I'm not trying to heap any self-condemnation on you. I'm not trying to guilt you or shame you. I'm really calling to invite you. I want to invite you into your own growth by starting with your love for God. So today, as you're getting ready for the day, I just want you to pray a prayer. Lord, I love you. Lord, I love you today. Lord, I love you. Lord, show me how to love you. Lord, what does it mean to love you with all of my heart today? Or maybe you want to focus on your soul, or your mind, or your strength. I don't know what it looks like for you, but I know one thing. God is waiting for your love. He has never left you. He hasn't taken steps away from you. He's standing there with arms open, a heart ready to express his love to you. So make sure you love him well today. I'll see you tomorrow.